Hey guys, it's Uprising here. This video is pretty much going to be a really personal video that I decided to tell you guys because I've been having a lot of people ask me through PMs and stuff because they've seen my hiatus video on my channel and they're asking me, what all is going on because, they're curious and see what all is going on, and I haven't really gone in depth. I've really just give y'all like the basic outline of what all is going on in my life, but I haven't really gone in depth with y'all. And if you guys actually understand the situation, then maybe you guys will understand more of why I can't really put up videos up right now. So I'll go ahead and get to it. It's gonna be probably like a 10-minute video. So there's a lot to explain. But if you guys really want to know what's been going on for like the past 2 years of my life and why it hasn't really been the easiest for me, then this is the video for y'all if you guys want to watch this. Okay, so backtrack whenever I was still in school. I get a text from my sister saying that, she needs to talk to me about something. And I ask her, like, what for? And she says, Dad has a girlfriend and stuff. And this was a complete shock to me. And to make it even worse, I was in school, I was around my friends, it was lunchtime, I was like, I wasn't really freaking out, but I wasn't my normal self. And everyone can see something was wrong with me. I ended up going to the office because I really couldn't think at that point, and I had a test later on in that block, and I really couldn't think. So I went to the office, and I just kind of sat there, and I called my dad, and he was like, yeah, it's true. And really, I'm not trying to make my dad sound like a bad person, really. And my mom and my dad were married for about 25 plus years. I want to say like 27, 28 years, something like that. And really what it was my dad was cheating on my mom. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. That's why it was a really big surprise to me, because I thought after they were married for like 27, 28 years that, they were happy with each other, but I guess not. And so that's why it was a really big surprise to me. And then my dad told me that it was true, and I couldn't think at that point. So whenever I figured out he has a girlfriend, everything starts going downhill from there. My mom eventually found out, and I didn't want to tell my mom, and neither did my sister, because we didn't want to like break her the news and get stuff started. I mean, we didn't really mean to hide it, really. We just didn't want to tell her, because I know that it sounds awful that we're saying this, but if she doesn't know, then it won't hurt her, kind of thing. That's like the whole mentality that we were going towards. And I really, really think that that's such a bad thing to say and a bad thing to do, like a bad way to look at it. But that's just what we did, because it wasn't any of our business to get involved with my mom and my dad. My dad should have been the one to tell my mom, hey, I have a girlfriend, stuff like this. So eventually my mom figured out because my sister told her, and everything started going downhill from there. She got ridiculous, like she got mad, and she started going like towards like the psycho stage, like, because she's an Asian mom, she's not from this country, she doesn't really know what's right and what's wrong, I guess you can say. And my mom pretty much blocked contact from my sister, from my dad. My dad ended up moving out of the house because he didn't want to be there with my mom anymore, obviously. And because of all the drama that was going on in the household, my sister moved out as well. So at that point it was only me and my mom left in that house. My mom blocked my dad from calling me from his cell phone, his work phone, anything like that. So my dad could not get in touch with me. And she was doing this for the fact just because she wanted to be mean, and she blocked my sister from calling me as well. The only family member that could contact me from my cell phone was my mom. So later on, my mom thinks that it was, they got lawyers and stuff like that because they wanted to get legally divorced. And what it came down to was my dad left the house with me and my mom just chilling there. My mom wasn't going to pay for the house note and stuff because she believed that because he left without, you know, telling anybody and all that stuff, she believes that she doesn't have to pay for it. You know, my dad has to pay for the bills, the water bill, the cable bill, the power, I mean, even the house note and stuff like that, and car notes and stuff. And she refused to pay for any bills whatsoever because it was his fault that he left and stuff. And she didn't pay for anything. Well, my dad said that he doesn't live there anymore, so he doesn't have to pay for anything because he's not going to pay for something that he's not going to pay for, you know, a house note that he's not living in and stuff like that. Well, both of them being arrogant and very immature about the situation, they both didn't pay the house note on that house, which is why recently I put up that hiatus video saying that the house was getting foreclosed. And that was strictly because no one would pay the house note on that house. That's why we had to move out of that house. I mean, we got kicked out. The cable was turned off for about a year and a half, so I haven't really watched TV much unless I stay over at a friend's house or if I stay at my girlfriend's house. And I don't have a job right now. I'm applying everywhere that I can, and this was because you know, I mean, I don't have a car either because I don't have a job and I can't have money I can't get money to save up for a car, and my parents yeah, they don't have money either to really get me a car, and that gives me another thing to talk about. I know I'm going to be jumping around a lot in this video, I'm sorry. Okay, so whenever my dad was with my girlfriend, you know, the 2 years have passed, and then recently, probably about like a month ago, my dad's girlfriend dumped my dad, and pretty much, you know, my dad was using a lot of his money, and his mail still came to the house where he moved out of, so my mom would always read his mail, and my mom would see that he's taking out like $5,000 out of the bank and stuff like that, and taking out all these loans for all this money, and he can't pay for anything. He can't, and like she's like, he's taking all this money out of the bank and stuff like that, and he's not getting you a car. What's he doing with all this money then? Well, I didn't want to know because I didn't want to hear the truth, and I didn't want to, you know, it wasn't any of my business to hear and stuff like that. So that's why I just kind of ignored it. But really, I knew that all that money was going towards my dad's girlfriend. And pretty much this is what it came down to. Recently, a month ago, my dad's girlfriend dumped him. And really what it was my dad's girlfriend was pretty much using my dad for his money. You know, there's people like that in the world that actually do that. And it's a shame that there's people in the world that do that. But, so my dad declared bankruptcy, so he has no money whatsoever, obviously, since he declared bankruptcy. And my mom, she's old, she's a really old lady, she's got rheumatoid arthritis, which means she can't work, because her arthritis is that bad. And even before, whenever she worked like as a waitress at a Chinese restaurant, so she didn't get paid like, you know, well, she got paid decent, but she didn't get paid good. She'd probably bring home like 20 bucks a night in tips, and that's it. So she didn't really have a lot of money. So that house got foreclosed, and with my house getting foreclosed, my mom having not a lot of money to begin with, and my dad being bankrupt, it's really hard to find a place to live right now, and I'm trying my best not to get emotional on you guys, because every time I tell this story I can't help myself but to get emotional. But it's really hard to find a place to live, you know, like even in an apartment, because one parent being bankrupt and then the other parent having not a lot of money to begin with. My dad's homeless, obviously, because he's not living with us or my mom, and so I don't know where he's staying. I think he's staying with a friend, but that's not like confirmed. I don't know where he's staying at. He just told me not to worry about it because I'm his son. He doesn't want his kid to worry about it. You know how parents do that. My mom is living with a friend, and I'm living with friends, plural. I'm going like back to back, like right here. This is gonna be so bad. I mean, like, I have like a freaking pillowcase with my clothes in it, and there's like my jeans that I wear. I have like a couple shirts and stuff in the closet, and that just really has all my clothes. And like all of this was boxes of my stuff that I'm like carrying around everywhere because I had to move out of the house and stuff. See, like CDs, David's books and CDs and ECT, etc. and stuff. So it's not, I mean, I'm having to go like all these places because I don't have a place to live. I refuse to live with my mom because my mom has put me to hell and back. You know, just because she always tells me all this stuff, and she always makes me mad. Like, in that old house I got foreclosed, there was like literally like 15 holes in the wall because I got so angry because of my mom. And I mean, I punched holes in my wall because I got mad, you know. She was just constantly just blaming stuff on me. She wouldn't listen to me, and she's not the best mom. And I hate saying that about my own mom, but she's not. And my dad not being there, not being able to get in contact with him, you know, it makes me worry like if he's even okay still. And you know, at the time I didn't have like another phone to call him off of because the only people that lived in the house were me and my mom. My mom would know if I used her phone to call my dad, and I couldn't call my dad from my phone. So it was really hard to get in touch with everybody, and right now they're living with people that I'm not really sure of, and then I'm just going back and forth. Like, I might stay a couple days at my girlfriend's house, I might stay a couple days at my friend's house, and then this past weekend I stayed at my friend Matthew Fish's house because he lives right next to the mall, which is where we have our locals, so that way I can still go to locals and stuff like that. But it's not really easy going back to back to back to trying to find a place to live, you know. It's really, it takes a toll on you because you have a whole lot of stress and you don't know exactly what you're gonna do. And plus I don't even have a car, so I can't really, I have to find rides everywhere, and even if I get a job I have to find rides to work and stuff. So and even now with the economy the way it is, like, barely anybody's hiring. So now they're trying to get settled stuff in court. Well, my dad's all bankrupt and stuff, right? He doesn't have money to pay the lawyer anymore to get divorced and whatnot. So he missed a couple payments on the lawyer, and now my dad's lawyer stopped working for him because, you know, he stopped paying the lawyer because he was bankrupt. So because of this, my dad has no lawyer anymore, and now my mom's like, okay, so you're gonna get all this started, going to court, making me spend my money and stuff like that, and you're not even gonna finish it, you know, you're just gonna stop. So I'm gonna sue you. That's what my mom's doing. My dad is suing my dad for whatever she's gonna sue him for, but the poor guy doesn't even have any money. So if you're trying to sue him for something, he's homeless, he doesn't have any money, he doesn't, you know, he doesn't have any stuff, obviously, since he's homeless. Like, what are you gonna sue the guy for, really? I mean, you can't get any money out of him. He's bankrupt. You can't get any of his belongings because he's homeless. And that's what, just my mom was just trying to be mean to him. So that's why all this is going on. And now my mom's all mad because she got a lawyer and she is getting all, and my dad was the one that got all this started. So my mom wants to sue my dad, but for what? I don't know. She just wants to do it just to be mean. So that's why I feel really bad for my dad. And really, I see him like probably once every other week. It's really, really bad. I miss the guy. But trying really hard not to get emotional for you guys, golly. But so that's what's been going on, you know. So shit. So that's why I'm not really able to make YouTube videos for you guys. It's because, I mean, I don't have a place to go right now. And I don't have like a computer to upload the videos on and stuff. So yeah. I'm going to go ahead and end it there because I'm told myself I wouldn't get emotional, but it's really hard not to do. Just, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. Just remember that I'll be back as soon as I can if I find a place to live and stuff like that. And right now I'm at my girlfriend's house, so it's, I'm really lucky that I'm here because nobody's here right now. So I told her the situation. They said that I can stay here for today. So just respect the fact that I can't really be on YouTube right now. And so yeah, I'll be back as soon as I can, guys. Peace out.